Oops, I did it again. I played a new game. That wasn't an MMO, and my Britney Spears impersonation needs some serious work. God love her. Yeah, I'm disappointing people everywhere. I failed to find an MMO this week, but the game I did play, I didn't hate. So I feel obliged to give you my thoughts on it. This week, I checked out ASKA. ASKA is a third-person Viking-themed co-op survival and city builder game, currently in early access on Steam. Players build and manage a self-sustaining colony, assign jobs to NPC villagers, and defend against mythical creatures. It supports solo or up to 4-player co-op, featuring seasonal survival, crafting, and combat. My son, a youth possessed by the most consuming passion for municipal architecture, started playing ASKA first. He says it's similar to Bellwright, if you've played that game. I'm not familiar with it, so I cannot endorse the reference, but I promised to pass the word in case it helps you decide whether the game is worth your time and money. I thought the game felt similar to Valheim. They both have a Viking theme, third-person perspective, and survival and crafting elements, but they do differ greatly in gameplay. Valheim focuses on individual exploration and progression, whereas ASKA is a colony simulation where you manage NPC villagers who have their own needs, jobs, and lives. If you enjoy building and managing community, ASKA is a strong choice. If you prefer solo exploration and combat, Valheim is likely better. I paid $14.99 for ASKA, but its retail price is $24.99. I want to emphasize that the game is in early access, which means it's not complete and may or may not change further. I know my subbies have been burned by the fires of early access in the past. I'm not going to name names, but we all know the catastrophe of which I speak. ASKA starts with a small character creator. You can choose between 2 main characters, ASKA, the female model, and Ragnar, the male model, each with different starting stats and skills. There are limited customization options for hair, tattoos, and facial features. Neither character is winning the Bifrost Beauty Invitational, but they did just pull themselves out of a shipwreck with only basic clothing and a water pouch, so I'll cut them some slack. The tutorial is nice. I thought the UI was lovely. There was never a shortage of things to do. You are constantly harvesting resources, building tools, and constructing items, all while managing hunger, thirst, and sleep, while also contending with cold temperatures. The more I played it, the more I enjoyed the task-based activities. I often play MMOs like gathering simulators, so playing ASKA is no different. I played the game up to obtaining my first villager. NPC villagers add another complexity to the game as each villager arrives with their own tiresome biological imperatives. They must be fed, they must be hydrated, they must be tucked into their beds like small children. To survive long-term in ASKA, you must assign your village dependents to specific roles, like hunters, gatherers, or builders, to create a self-sustaining society. Since we have 2 copies of the game, I hopped into the multiplayer option and checked out my son's village. He's currently supporting 10 villagers and has already faced changing seasons and dangerous raid events. He's only played for a weekend and is upset that I'm recording his village progression as it's apparently going to get some major renovations the next time he can play. I promised that I'd bring the HGTV crew back when the structural overhaul is complete. Even in its pre-reno state, his progression was impressive for a couple days of play. It shows that you can advance from beachside hut to a village cult commune rather quickly. Sadly, the game is not an MMO. Even if you slap the word multiplayer as an option on the login screen, it's not scratching that communal itch that only a true massive-scale realm can soothe. I don't play survival games, and in truth, I think ASKA is really a colony sim disguised as a survival game. But that's likely what makes it appealing. ASKA demands you to grow from a lone survivor to the leader of a thriving community. It definitely presents itself as an interesting alternative for those who appreciate not just survival, but also municipal management. I could see myself killing some time in ASKA, but not ever getting deeply invested. I fear that after a while, the game would feel like Viking Daycare. However, my son, Chip Gaines over there, will happily be flipping longhouses and paying NPC wages for the next 6 months easy. Until next time, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next world. God, she chops so weirdly. She chops with like the rhythmic, bone-free enthusiasm of one of those flappy, inflatable tubemen outside a used car lot. It's like her shoulder does all the work and the rest of the arm just kind of exists for the sake of physics. It's less Viking Raider and more zero-do-it financing. It's so weird.